In the world of K-pop, where loud personalities and viral moments often define careers, Jisoo took a quieter route. No scandals, no forced reinvention, just quiet consistency, stunning visuals, and a fan base that only grew stronger with time. But the question is this enough? Being the member of the most popular girl group, she is always compared to the other members. And this comparison itself makes Jisoo's fandom toxic. Today, we will see how Jisoo is the most loved, least popular, and has a toxic fan base. Let's trace the journey of the silent queen herself, Jisoo. When Blackpink debuted in 2016, Jisoo was introduced as the group's visual and oldest member. With traditional Korean beauty, grace, and composure, she quickly became known as the untouchable beauty of the group. But here's the thing. From the very beginning, Blackpink's rap line got more popularity because of Blackpink's hip-hop heavy tracks and their strong screen presence. And vocal parts were mostly given to main vocalist Rose. Then people started asking what Jisoo's role really was. She wasn't the main dancer, she wasn't the main rapper, and she also had the least lines in many songs. Some critics even called her the decorative member, implying she was there more for her looks than her performance. Some even called her dancing stiff. Some said she doesn't fit in Blackpink. Blackpink doesn't need her. There will be no impact on Blackpink without her. One major criticism she faced was that she didn't know how to speak English. And this weakness is the reason for her lower popularity in the international market. She was ignored during English interviews. Her solo songs are mostly in Korean, which doesn't give her much reach in the international market, unlike other members. Do you also think that her lack of fluency in English is the reason for her less popularity in the West? Because many K-pop songs are internationally popular even though they are in Korean, like Gangnam Style, Blackpink's, and BTS's own songs. Even many BTS members who cannot speak English are quite popular in the West. Yes, but on the other side, K-pop songs which were chart-topping in Billboard and other Western charts are mostly in English, like Dynamite, Butter, Rosé's On the Ground, Blackpink's Ice Cream. So it's kind of confusing whether English is an important factor for international fame. What's your take on this? I would like to know. But despite this, fans of Jisoo noticed something which others didn't. Even with less lines and less screen time, she had unshakable presence. Her husky voice gives a unique texture to Blackpink. She was calm, composed, and deeply relatable. Where others were flashy, Jisoo was grounded. Being the oldest member, she was the anchor of the group. Over the years, Jisoo's image matured and solidified. People started to notice her dry humor, quirky personality, and elegance. Fans started calling her the quiet leader, holding the group together emotionally. While Jennie, Lisa, and Rose explored solo fame earlier, Jisoo built her popularity slowly but steadily, not with viral moments, but with loyalty and relatability. Her popularity increased in South Korea. Her partnership with Dior became iconic. She wasn't just a visual idol anymore. She was becoming a global brand. In 2021, Jisoo made her much-anticipated acting debut in the JTBC drama Snowdrop. She played Youngro, a sweet college student entangled in love and danger during a politically charged era. But it wasn't a smooth ride. Before the show even aired, it faced massive backlash for allegedly distorting historical facts. But despite the initial criticism, people liked the show and Jisoo's acting received praise. Critics acknowledged her emotional delivery, her chemistry with Jung Hae-in, and her natural screen presence. Well, a quick fun fact. Jung Hae-in is a direct descendant of the prominent Korean philosopher of the 18th century, one of Korea's greatest thinkers of his era. I know it's not even remotely related to this video, but I just felt like sharing it. Well, coming back to our video. While she wasn't the most polished actress, many said, she has potential, she's believable, she's watchable. Snowdrop became a cult hit internationally, even if it stayed controversial at home. And let me tell you one thing. I have recently watched the show for this video and I loved it. Well, now let's move ahead in our video. While she was praised for her drama, fans were waiting for her solo debut, because by the end of 2021, every other Blackpink member had made their solo debut, and all of them achieved huge success. And this long wait made her fans furious and angry. They felt that injustice was being done to Jisoo, that she was deliberately not being given solo songs. She never gets equal treatment anyway. She always gets the least lines, the least screen time, and now even her solo debut was being delayed. And her fans' anger would come out on the other members. They were often criticized for spreading toxicity against Lisa, Jennie, and Rose, though they never came directly in front as Jisoo's fans, but behind the scenes they were fueling every hate club against other members. The solo fans of other members also criticized Jisoo's fan club, saying that they even join other K-pop group fan clubs to spread hate there. In 2023, Jisoo finally released her first solo album, titled Me, and fans got a sweet reward for their wait. The lead single, Flower, was elegant, poised, and uniquely Jisoo. It wasn't loud, but it soon became trending in Reels. It was refined, traditional, and visually breathtaking. It perfectly defined Jisoo. Now fans got to taste Jisoo's music style. Critics praised it for matching her identity perfectly, graceful, subtle, and mysterious. Even her visuals and fashion in the MV were globally admired. But it wasn't all roses. Western critics called the album too safe, saying it didn't explore enough of Jisoo's potential. Then after Blackpink's solo contract ended with YG, everyone was eager to see what Jisoo would bring to the table. And Jisoo's solo path was clear and distinct. She focused not only on music, but continued with her love for acting. After the bittersweet success and backlash from Snowdrop, many wondered, would Jisoo act again? And then came Utopia. And here's the thing, Jisoo delivered. Critics noted that her performance had matured significantly since Snowdrop. She was no longer just playing the sweet innocent. She was portraying conflict, grief, suppression, and rage. It cemented her image as someone willing to grow, even if it's not the easiest road. Then, after some wait, she released her album Amortage. It was well received with K-pop fans. This album seems somewhat a continuation of her first album, Me. It has a standard K-pop sound. There wasn't much experimentation. It was safe, but it did what it was meant to: cater K-pop fans. It had catchy beats, definitely better than many of the albums nowadays, which feel like they were made by AI. Her track Earthquake received praise by K-netizens, but many were impressed by her B-side tracks. Personally, my favorite is Your Love. She did not chase the Western market. She did not try to reinvent herself as a viral icon. Instead, she crafted a brand around class and grace. She focused on her strong K-pop fan base. I think Jisoo knows about both her strengths and weaknesses. And that is why it was a smart decision that instead of rushing into the Western market, she tried to capitalize on her strong K-pop market. It wasn't like she had no focus on the Western market. There are songs which are in English. But in my opinion, it is a smart move to go towards the Western market slowly and gradually without disturbing her core fan base. She played on her strength. Maybe if she had abruptly tried to go into the Western market, it could have backfired. She did not try to change her brand. She continued the same soft, elegant, and classy image from Blackpink. And while others dive into TikTok trends or controversy, Jisoo stays above the noise. Her solo was the least controversial among Blackpink members. No plagiarism accusations, no trying to create buzz through past relationship speculation. But there's a trade-off. Fans called her too safe or too calculated. Some critics ask, where's the risk? Where's the evolution? One thing is very clear, that Jisoo is respected, admired among K-pop fans. She is one of the most loved idols. In a K-pop world obsessed with extremes, Jisoo reminds us that softness can be strength. She didn't rush, she didn't shout, she didn't follow trends, and yet she became one of the most respected, enduring figures in Blackpink and beyond. Her acting career is still unfolding. Her music is still evolving. Her branding, impeccable. What do you think of Jisoo's solo journey? Underrated genius or playing it too safe? Like this video if you admire her quiet consistency. And don't forget to subscribe for more such breakdowns.